Hi guys, and welcome back to my study hack series, and this is the 20th study hack in the series, and it's about dealing with problems, complaints that students have about that they don't want to study because they don't like it, or they're not enjoying it. And what do? So I'm going to tackle that from one angle today. And what I'm going to do is just going to pull up a quote here by Muhammad Ali. So Muhammad Ali said, "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion." So I know exactly what it's like. I've been a student as well, and I know exactly what it's like to have to drag yourself to sit down and study, and sometimes it can hurt your head, it can hurt your brain, it can be something that you don't necessarily want to do, but it's something that you just have to do. It's something that you have to accept, that suffering and pain and struggle are part of the process. In fact, it's been shown scientifically that struggle is one of the things that's required for skill development and improvement. So that's one way you need to look at it. You need to flip your entire mindset and start looking at struggling as potentially a positive thing, at least in the realm of developing your skills and improving as a student and getting better grades. The struggling is actually something that's required. It's not something that is either optional. Every student has to go through struggling and suffering in order to get good grades. I doubt there's a single student out there who's gotten top grades without any without any resistance or struggling or suffering. Okay, so that's why I say it's tough, and it's a part of life, and as I say, life is hard. So it's something that you just have to embrace, and or life can be harder sometimes. It's something you have to just put up with and accept as part of life. If you're a student, and this is just one phase of your life, and you're probably quite young as well, so you've got a lot ahead of you, and there's going to be much harder times ahead. So you need to just deal with it and push through that pain barrier. So that's why I say try to remind yourself of your vision and your goals, because they will make it a lot easier. They will reduce the pain and suffering that you have to put up with when you're studying, and remind yourself of why you're doing it. So that's remember the reasons for studying, writing them down. I told you to write them down in a previous study app. Remind yourself of those reasons. Remember I said they should be possibly on your wall, or at least your vision and goals should be on your wall as well, pulling you and pushing you when things get hard. And then I also tried to talk about in the previous study how you should do your work first, and then use those rewards as motivation as well. So it's giving you whatever edge and motivation and extra advice that I can give you that you should use to help yourself get through that pain barrier. And another thing I say is that you need to look at it from a long-term point of view as well. So you can either suffer now through trying to get good grades, and you can put up with it now and get the reward later on, which is what Muhammad Ali said: live the rest of your life as a champion. And you can look back on your grades and say, okay, you know what, I made a good job of it. I made put up some fight with this studying. So suffer now and enjoy later. Or what you can do is you can enjoy now and say, okay, I'm not going to bother with studying and do other things. And remember I said give yourself excessive rewards and waste time. And then you can suffer later, and we sort of went over that as well. Actually, it's shown that people who study harder and get better grades actually end up leading better lives in general. Okay, not everyone, but in general, that is true. So struggle now, put up with it now, and later on you can get the reward. Have that discipline to put in the work and have self control, and in the long run. You should be rewarded for that, as Muhammad Ali was when he said that he would live the rest of his life as a champion. Of course, he did live the rest of his life as a champion. So if Muhammad Ali says it, then there's definitely there's quite a lot of validity behind it, and it is true. So it's obviously up to you, but I would recommend, as from a personal standpoint, I would prefer to suffer now and enjoy later. Because I think that's probably a better way of viewing things, so you don't have any regrets later on in life that you didn't give it your all, you didn't try your best when you could have done so much more. So that would be the action step for today. Try to, you know, remind yourself that this pain is necessary. Obviously, use those things that I talked about in previous study hacks to motivate you. Embrace the suck, as they say, and you just have to get through it and put up with it. I'm sorry to say, it's quite like matter of fact, but that's just how it is. No student has ever got good grades, I reckon, without putting in a lot of sacrifice and suffering. Okay, so please like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel so you can keep on getting content. And I will see you in the next study hack.